Good evening, Professor. My name is Tomas Murillo. I'm with my classmate Kellyneth Estrada and Napoleón. I'm going to present the podcast or try to present the podcast about the marine rescue operation. First, my classmate Kellyneth will explain you a little bit about the process and how it started, which is the story and which are the terms that are used in this kind of situation.
From my point of view, maritime search and rescue is one of the most important services in the world because its main goal is to save or protect human lives. I think many people underestimate how unpredictable the ocean can be. A small mechanical problem, bad weather, or even a medical emergency can quickly become a life-threatening situation if there is no rescue system ready to respond. What I find more interesting is how maritime rescue has evolved over time. In the past, rescues depended mostly on nearby sailors who decided to help. Today, thanks to the international organizations, agreement, and advanced technology, countries work together to make sure that people in distress can receive assistance no matter where they are. Another reason why I think maritime search and rescue is essential is because it supports much more than emergency response. Since about 90% of global trade travels by sea, safe shipping is necessary for the world economy. Rescue services also help protect the environment by responding quickly to accidents that could cause pollution or oil spills. And I also think that technology has completely changed the rescue process. However, I don't think is the only reason this mission succeed. This experience, the experience, training, teamwork, and fast decisions making of rescue crews are just as important because every emergency is different and every second counts. At the same time, I think there are still many challenges because oceans cover most part of the planet. Weather conditions can change very quickly, and some countries do not have the same resources to carry out rescue missions. Climate change is also making storms more frequent and more intense, which increases the risks for everyone at the sea. Overall, I believe maritime search and rescue represents one of the best examples of international cooperation and humanity. It saves lives, supports global trade, protects the environment, and gives people confidence. That help is available when they need it. For me, it is a reminder that no matter where someone comes from, every life at the sea is worth protecting. So now we're going to continue with my classmate Tomas. He's going to keep explaining this interesting topic.
Absolutely, Kellyneth, I'm so agree. Right now, what I'm gonna say is the part that corresponds to the alert and detection. A period that distress signals flash across the screen, whatever is a VHF radio, a satellite phone, or an emergency beacon, or an automated identification system. The rescue coordination center immediately access to the data and launch an attempt to the field. To find the people or the situation that requires the help. The next, what comes is the search phase. This is a guesswork, pure mathematics. Team deploy specific patterns like expanding in square sectors or parallel shifts. I'll adjust to real time for the ocean that is, really big, in order to find which is a person or where is the hub in the emergency. Once the target is found, they realize where is the emergency. What they have is the rescue phase. This is the peak of the adrenaline, and it requires the flawless, safe approach, followed by the extraction whenever that is by helicopter or by a speedboat. It is when the people that get hurt or have the emergency get transferred or deployed to a new ship. Finally, there's the post rescue phase. That is, the mission does end when the survivor get out of the water or get in the new boat. It ends when the medical stabilization and the services are provided, so they are transported safely and they can see a doctor or a health provider, because in the sea not all the time they count with the medical facility on board. Like then you get to think about which is the transport way, like a helicopter or high-speed boat. Now comes the transition when they pull off the person that is having the emergency and get a stabilization with equipment and techniques that I provide previously in order to fill out this situation. We can see this playing out locally or globally. Right now here in Panama, response are mean swift urgent action by local pangas or massive commercial ships navigating to the Panama Canal. International, we have seen advanced technology used to that ocean recoveries in the Caribbean or in the Pacific all the time, because nowadays we can access to the news and the information that is in real time, and we realize that in other places is having the same emergency, and which is the response that they provide there. But to be honest, the ocean is unpredictable and the risks are massive. The water dictates everything, and high seas are completely shut down by an helicopter operation, forcing teams to make incredibly dangerous approach by boats. There is a golden rule in this line of work that rescue life is first. Like they can provide help for other one, not they won't be dead. To help somebody if they can avoid it. You can save anyone if you become a casualty yourself. On top of physical danger, the teams face intense coordination challenge like language barriers, difference between the international rules in the waters, and protocols that are different in different countries. In conclusion, I gotta say that we look ahead to the challenge are only growing in this field. Even though they have a clear step-by-step rules, it's not all right in stone. It keeps changing and is a dynamic way to approach to a new emergency. Now my classmate Napoleon will tell you a little bit more.
Thanks, Tomas. Now that we know how marine rescue mission works, let's take a closer look at what makes the operation so challenging, what we can learn from real-life rescues, and where the future is headed. Marine rescue is exciting, but it is also a very difficult job. Every rescue is different, and teams must make fast decisions to save lives. One of the biggest problems is finding people. The ocean is very large, and wind, waves, and ocean currents can move people far away. Rescue teams use boats, helicopters, and satellites, but finding someone can still take many hours. The weather is another big challenge. The strong winds, big waves, heavy rain, and fog can make the rescue mission dangerous. Sometimes helicopters cannot fly, so rescue boats must work in very hard conditions. Not every country has the same rescue equipment. Some hard work Some have modern helicopters, drones, and communication system, while others have fewer resources. Because of these countries often work together and share information on rescue teams to help save lives. Rescue teams also help people trying to cross the sea. The sea is unsafe. Those missions can be difficult, but the main goal is always to protect human life. Here in Panama, rescue teams help fishermen, tourists, and kids near the Panama Canal and along the Pacific and Caribbean coasts. Such actions often say that the future of marine rescue is improving with new technology. Artificial intelligence can help predict where people may drift. Drones and rescue robots can go into dangerous places without putting more rescues and risk. Better satellites also help rescue teams find people faster.
And this way we conclude this episode of that podcast. And I hope you find interesting the topic. Actually, we didn't know that much about it, and this is so complex for us. But we try the best, and we explain as we get the information, and we try to share with you what we know about this in this class. And thank you.